In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was of God, and the Word was God. Now, what I believe that to mean is in the beginning of creation, not in the beginning. It's talking to humans, so that's why it goes there. In the very beginning, there was nothing but the Holy Spirit of God. That's it. There was no Jesus. There was no God in physical form. There was just the Holy Spirit. Anybody tells you different, say, so you think that God was in the form of a man walking around in heaven? Or wait, no, heaven didn't exist yet. So God was in the form of a man kind of just hanging out or whatever. I don't think that. I think that it's the Holy Spirit of God, it was everything. That's the only thing that existed was the Holy Spirit of God, and it was vast beyond what we can understand. Jesus is the beginning of creation. That's why in Revelations chapter 3 or 4, it talks about the Word being the beginning of creation. The Word is a reference to Jesus. And I believe it's Genesis chapter 2, chapter 3. In chapter 2, it talks about God. Then in chapter 3, it talks about the Lord, our God. Which what that means is Jesus is likened unto God. He is the Son of God. He is part of the Holy Spirit of God, of power. Now, some people might say, do you really believe in God? I would say, do you really believe that you exist? You believe that you're a microscopic organism that temporarily exists on a spinning, floating planet in infinite space. That makes you beyond a microbe. That makes you nothing. It makes you absolutely nothing. It would mean your life does not matter. You'd be buried before you even know it. The thousands and millions of people that came before you, they're all gone. They're all on the ground being eaten by worms. So were it not for God, that would be your end. And none of this would matter. Like an insect. I mean, you could put a relative importance on an insect, but in the end, it's an insect. It doesn't matter. It's not helping children. It's not doing anything. I mean, ants do aerate the soil and bees do, pollinate flowers. But for the most part, we are the image and glory of God. Without God, there is no hope. Without God, like I said, what do you believe? You're a microscopic insect creature thing that evolved from a pond of slime. You were a single-celled organism, then a salamander, then a squirrel, then what? I mean, it's just nonsense. It doesn't make any sense. So without God, there would be no hope. That's why faith is the key to life. If you don't have faith, life's hopeless. So God bless us and have faith. And some people who say that Jesus is God himself, I say to you, Jesus himself said, "Why do you keep calling me good? There was only one worthy of all praise." He was talking about God. And again, he said, his disciples asked him, "When is the day or the hour of judgment?" He said, "No man nor the angels in heaven know of that hour, not even the Son, but only the Father." He didn't say, "I know, but I ain't telling you." He said, "I don't know. Only God knows that." Now, Catholics will tell you, well, hold on now. Jesus actually said, "If you've seen me, you've seen God." Well, that's a metaphor. What he's saying is you've seen proof of God if you've seen me. And Jesus is likened unto God. Don't get that twisted. I'm not saying he's a man or he's like King David or nothing like that. No, he's God. He's beyond all of this. And one day we will all be judged. And all the bad people that you think get away with stuff, they ain't getting away with nothing. They're going to have the worst punishment imaginable. But one day we will all face judgment. Every knee will bow. Some out of terrible fear and some out of terrible love and glory. Well, it's like they say, God is a terrible wrath. I used it both ways there, the word terrible. But you know what I'm saying. A great and terrible wrath. So God bless us and have faith. In the end, we inherit heaven and glory forever, where the fruit is likened unto meat, meaning fruit off some of the trees tastes like Gordon Ramsay steaks. So you won't want to hunt or fish, and you'll have a feeling of euphoria. So you won't want to do drugs because you already feel like you're, oh man, the greatest day ever, greatest thing imaginable. So have faith, my friends. God bless you all. I love you. If you don't believe me, just ask Gandalf.
another path, one that we once take. The grey rain curtain of this world rolls back, and all turns to silver glass. And then you see it.
White suns.
Enough.
Tell him, Gandalf,
See what?
anticipation's killing me.
And beyond, the far green country, under a swift sunrise.